Attorney Rebecca Rose Woodland says the passengers should be suing the imams and that she would represent them. So,
it's a scary act when someone's saying, I am pro-Saddam Hussein. There is no reason to say that on a plane.
You're not seriously suggesting they should be sued because they prayed on a plane.
No, that's not what I'm saying. They created a disturbance on that flight by stating certain things that were aggressive.
They didn't sit in their assigned seats
No,
either,
they did not, and they made aggressive movements towards the
front. That.
You don't sit in another seat. I just flew back from LA. You get your seat, you stay in your seat. Is that what the problem is here? Issue is the University of Florida says, hey, you can be on our campus, you can be a student organization, but we will not give you fraternity status if you are discriminatory. And we have laid out what we feel discrimination is, and excluding women, they feel, is discriminatory. Well, the judge really can't stop her. She's a free person. She served her time. They accumulated her time prior to the trial and then thereafter as time served for the crime she was convicted of. She can't be prevented from going on Oprah. She has the right to free speech. He's so good at conducting a sting operation. Why doesn't he go find Osama bin Laden? Why doesn't he do something? Or the killer. How about the killer of Nicole and Ron? Because it's not him, right? He's been looking for the last 12 years.
Without the
Why would the prosecutor care?
Well, the prosecutor wants to make sure he maintains a very fair area for the jury pool. They were in and out of his house. They had search warrants. They had valid reasons to get these search warrants. So clearly there was a lot of evidence, and they were trying to get him to talk. They want to keep this case in their county, and they just want to have this be 1, 2, 3, jail. Obviously, his mindset is with trying to be cool, or whatever he thinks that cool is, with these dogs and fighting dogs, killing them. These are all the allegations. He's killing dogs if they don't win, John. So I think he's concerned with his money. I understand his concern about his community, but there is a judicial system and a legislature that's in place. This young man has not been convicted yet. To convict him before in the press and in the media is inappropriate. That's why we have a judicial system.
A crybaby approach.
I don't think we're making excuses, but there is a constitution.
Rebecca, is that the right decision?
Well, it could be a criminal investigation if Ving Rhames possibly had these dogs and was procuring them to hurt someone, or they had vicious propensity. Look, if she was raped, obviously we want everyone to be put to justice, but we want to make sure we have the right people. Where is the evidence?
But we hear it in the court of law. That's where the evidence should be shown.
Yeah. He's in a situation where he's with prison guards, if you want to call them prison. It was some sort of a detention center.
Right.
And, you know, that is beyond the scope of what is acceptable in the United States in prison. But I just want to know where he was and what happened, and what are the facts leading up to this. Let's hope that the paternity lies in the two men that have been arguing over this child, both of them claiming that it is their child. Let's hope it's one of them.
Another potential court proceeding this morning in the Bahamas regarding the father of Daniel Smith.
Can you believe the father now? This is a person that Anna Nicole was married to when she was, what, 16 to 18 years old. He had no contact with this child.
No.
No contact, never asked for anything. Now all of a sudden wants the body in Texas.
That's exactly right. Well, I want the son in Texas.
Yeah, now I read his letter on behalf of his attorneys saying we need this to be addressed immediately because there is an issue here. Now I guess he's going to connect the issue to Larry Seidlin's ruling that said, well, I'm going to give this body of Anna Nicole to the guardian ad litem on behalf of Danny Lynn.
Milstein.
Yes, Milstein. Due to the fact that Anna wanted to be buried in the Bahamas, we will allow him to effectuate that and bring the body to the Bahamas where it is. We've just seen live pictures that it's now in the Bahamas. So are we going to stop this funeral? Can't these people just try to get along so this woman can be put to rest?